Hi folks, I'm Mark with Artisan Restoration, and today I'm doing a video standing out here in the rain to tell some folks about all the Permachink products that we used on the Sophus House project. And we started out by heat treating all of the logs here, and I wasn't really satisfied with that, so we put them up and then we sandblasted them, and then before we stained them, we put the Permachink prelude process, which is like a primer that goes on the logs to prevent blotchiness and lap marks and things like that. And then after that, we stained this with their dark natural Ultra 2 product. We did 2 coats of that, and followed by a coat of the Lifeline Advance, which was, I believe, this was a satin product. And then we did all of our chinking with the Permachink stone color. We used the stone on a lot of projects because it actually is a pretty good match with the mortar-based or lime-based mortar that was used on the original log cabins. So we also used an end grain sealer on the ends of all these logs, which is a necessity because even though the logs are 130 years old, doesn't mean the end grain has stopped soaking up moisture. So anyhow, that pretty much everything we used on the exterior, except we also did use some Checkmate product, which is designed for cracks or checks, as they're called in the business, and we used that on areas like this, and we also used energy seal caulking for areas down here along this flashing, and some of these other areas here. This is a combination of Checkmate and energy seal, and it's held up really good. Over on the 2-story part, there was a little separation of the chinking because there's 2 full floors of logs over here and a lot more weight than on this 1-story section. But that's all done after the first year. And over here on our garage and on our screen porch, we switched to a little bit lighter color. This is the Lifeline Ultra 2 Light Natural. So I should really take my shoes off here when we get inside. But the inside of this room here has been done with light natural on the barn siding and on our ceiling, and over here is that same dark natural product that I showed you before on the outside. Well, let me take my boots off here. We've got a black walnut floor inside that I gotta try to keep as clean as possible. Here's one little spot where we had some chink failure, but I think that's the last one on the outside. All right, let me turn some lights on in here. On the inside of the, we didn't have to use it as much caulking, of course. All the chinking is the same Permachink product that was used on the exterior. Here's that walnut floor I was talking about. And just the armor guard did a pretty good job of treating. We mainly used it for the insect. You can see obviously that there's signs of insect infestation here. But after the building was all up and a year went by, there was a few spots that we still saw some of the dust, and I think one of them's down here. You can see a little dust on the baseboard. So we have to treat those by drilling into the logs and flooding them with armor guard product. So everything in here has been stained with the interior lifeline and coated with I believe we used the satin for coating all the logs. And we did the ceilings in here with the same stain, and over here we used it on all the logs. So downstairs, I won't bother you with the whole house tour. Downstairs, we don't have any logs, obviously, but we've got all the barn wood trim that we made, and it's coated with the lifeline interior, and so is our oak mantle here. This log had some insects in it, so we used the armor guard, and we actually made a tank, and we soaked that log to make sure it was treated really good. And we used the clear sealer that we used on the wood. We used it on this rusty tin ceiling to stop the rust, and we also used that on these doors we made here. We made these panel doors out of old 2x6 barn boards, and then the center panels are actually clear redwood paneling. Well, I guess there's one place outside where we use some of the epoxy. We also use the embalm epoxy to do the top of this old dresser that we turned into a vanity, and it turned out pretty good, but we eventually switched to a more glossy product that we used on the upstairs. the upstairs countertops, and this live edge table over here. But all this chinking is the Permachink stone chinking, and the ceiling beams and everything is stained with Permachink as well. We didn't use much of the epoxy here, except over by this window on the outside. We used the M-Bomb and the E-Wood to take care of a nasty leak that we couldn't find until I got out an infrared camera, and I actually tracked it down with that. But you can see that the chinking's holding up really well, and it's a good match with the logs. I love the color. Anyhow, that's the inside tour that I promised you, Gary, and everybody else who's watching, take care. There'll be another one here soon on a nice day.